G'day guys, welcome to my Nrl feature video. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Nrl Round 2's predictions for 2024 guys. Let's get started. So starting off with this first game of this match, we see the Broncos going up against the Rabbitohs. Now this game's going to be real tough and hard. The Broncos are going to look to find pressure on the Rabbitohs. But basically, the Broncos will look to find Nrl Mitchell and Cody Walker, because those two are pretty much the toughest players that I would say that they can find pressure on. But in this game, Broncos, they're a pretty tough team, like with Patrick Carrigan, Israel Mann, and Reece Walsh, but with also Dean Mariner to link up in the 2 position for the team. So the Rabbitohs will obviously look to find hopefully the Broncos, but it's just going to be tough and hard game to decide on what this game is going to float. But I just think that in this game, these two sides are pretty tough, but I just think that the Broncos, since it's their home game, Suncorp Stadium, I'm going to go with you guys, and I just think the Rabbitohs will be tough, but not as tough as the Broncos. So I'm going to go with the Broncos by 12 points in this game, by 1 to 12 to defeat the Rabbitohs in this match, in this game. And yeah, the next game of this match, we see the Sea Eagles going up against the Roosters. Now in this game, it'll be pretty much a really good, and it'll be a very interesting game. The Roosters, they've got back Dominic Young due to an injury, but I reckon we'll play good, and so will mainly Sea Eagles. But in this match, I reckon he'll do well. He'll, let's say, score 2 tries or a try, but mainly just a pretty good, decent side, and usually the Manly Sea Eagles can play really well in their home stadium. But with Roosters, I just think that they're a decent side, but like with Dominic Young, James Tedesco, with also 7, I'm not too sure who that player would be, but mainly Sea Eagles can play really well. But it's just how the way they can be defensively in that side, and yeah, it's just gonna be tough and gonna be hard to look to find pressure with each other. But in this match, I'm going to go with the Roosters by 1 to 12 by 8 points in this game to defeat the Manly Sea Eagles in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Cowboys going up against the Knights. Now this game, last time, well basically they played well against the Dolphins, the Cowboys, last week. They played absolutely pretty decent, and I'd say they're one of the most defensive teams. Like, they're a defensive team, and with Tom Dearden in that side, without him, there's no Cowboys. But with Chad Townsend in that side, he is a great player. So is Scott Drinkwater, so is Kyle Felt. I just think that, yeah, the Cowboys are a pretty decent team. But the Knights last week were just absolutely shocking, since the Raiders did beat the Knights in their home stadium for the Knights. They will look to find some more pressure against the Cowboys, and I'd say the Knights need to do a lot better than last week, because it's just, that was absolutely shocking by them, that they played absolutely terrible. And yeah, they need to really aim up in their defense and in their attack if they want to win some games. But going up against the Cowboys, it's going to be a bit difficult for them to aim up in their defense and attack. But with no Dominic Young, he is transferred to the Roosters. There's no speed, there's no decency for the Knights. So in this match, I am going to go with the Cowboys by 1-12 by 6 points in this game to defeat the Newcastle Knights in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Panthers going up against the Parramatta Eels. Now, entertainers will be down in this game, vlogging that match. I won't be down there because it is a bit of a trek. But these two sides are pretty much hard teams to beat. Still no Micro Sevo, so Bailey Simonson goes into that number 2 position for the team, and then you got Sean Russell in the number 5, and fullback Clint Gutherson. So in this game, with Morgan Harper in that number 4 position for the team, I reckon he'll do well. But Clint Gutherson will obviously get fired up in this game, because he always loves the Penrith Panthers, and he'll always think that he can flog the Penrith Panthers in this game. But in this match, the Panthers, I could see them like being too good in their home stadium with Nathan Cleary, Dylan Edwards, Sania Tuffa, Isaac Targo, but obviously no Stephen Crichton, so that's going to be tough for the centres, which Isaac Targo is a pretty good player. So in this match, I am going to go with my Parramatta Eels by 6 points by 1-12. It won't be as easy of a game, but I could see the Panthers winning this one, but it's least likely. But I'm going to go with the Parramatta Eels by 6 points in this game. The next game of this match, we see the Sharks going up against the Bulldogs. Now this game is going to be tough and hard, but the big out this match for the Bulldogs is Josh Addo-Carr, with apparently I got told a shoulder injury, but maybe something else. But yeah, massive blow for the Bulldogs. But replacing him is Connor Tracy in that number 5 position. He was dropped into the 18th position last week, so that means he's changed and basically in that number 5 position for the team, which that means still Blake Wilson in that number 2 position and Blake Tuff in that number 1. So this game will be tough, will be hard, but last time these two sides meet, yeah, it was basically a really interesting game. But the Sharks last week didn't really play as well, but since it's their home game against the Bulldogs, they will really rev up in this game. They'll come out firing, and with Nico Hines in that side for the team, and Will Kennedy in that side, Basically, with Nrl Round in that side for the team, they will aim up in their defence and their attack to basically beat the Bulldogs in this game. But I just reckon that the Sharks will be flogging the Bulldogs in this match, and yeah, I could see it happening. But in this match, I'm going to go with the Sharks by 13 plus, by 18 in this game to beat the Bulldogs in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Raiders going up against the West Tigers. Now in this game, without no Jack Whiten, it'll be one interesting team for them, but in that number 6 position, he is new, but he's played a couple of games, is Ethan Strange in that number 6 position, with also number 6 for the West Tigers is Lachlan Galvin. I think he will be making his debut in this team, in that side, and I just think that the West Tigers will be one interesting team, but it's going to be tough and hard. And like with Jordan Rapana in that number 1 position for the team, which he is usually in that number 5 position, I just think that Jordan Rapana is a good player, but he's not decent. He can play against really good teams, but in this match I could see 13 plus happening. But the West Tigers will take getting used of them playing with new players and that side for the team. And for Aiden Caesar going into the bench with number 7, I was not too sure who that would be. It's quite surprising, but usually I'd say Aiden Caesar would be better in that number 7 position instead of going on the bench. I could see it happening, but it's just, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go with the Raiders since it's their home game. I'm going to go with the Raiders by 18 points in this game to defeat the West Tigers in this match. The next game of this match, we see the Storm going up against the Warriors. Now this game is going to be another tough and hard game. The Warriors did play absolutely tremendous last week in their home stadium, and the Storm, they played well against the Panthers last week, but only 8-0. So I'm pretty sure Cameron Munster will be in that side for the team for the number 6 jersey. So it's just going to be how the way they can play the games of football. But I just think that with Cameron Munster in that side, yeah, I reckon he'll do well. But it's going to be how the way they can play with him and without him. But now I can find, now I know that without no Cameron Munster, they're a defensive team. They're the best defensive team, but with him, they aren't really. And I noticed that. And yeah, they're a good team, but without them last week, they're the best defensive team. And yeah, but with the Warriors, they played really good last week, and with Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, he played absolutely tremendously well. But with Sean Johnson last week, he played well too. So in this match, I'm going to go with the Melbourne Storm by 1-12, by 12 points in this game to defeat the Warriors in this match. Anyway guys, that's all from me. Make sure you do like and subscribe guys, and I'll see you guys next time.